some of us became so brainwashed that every single time things don't go as they planned or expected, we start to talk about depression. And if you go now through your phone, through the search bar, and you struggle with doubt or depression, I might find there are 100 searches about symptoms of depression. How does it come? How does it happen? But I won't found the same amount of searches about how to find your mission in life, how to control your emotions, how to live a life based on principles, how to live a life on values. I won't find the same amount of searches there. What does it mean? Remember when you were a kid and when things were not permitted to you? Did you feel like just you're sad and you felt like a little bit like ignored? No, you felt depressed. You feel like the whole world is crumbling and everybody is against you and your parents don't love you and so on and so forth. Well, it is exactly the same thing when now as adults we set some goals, we set some desires. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, I'm gonna solve this problem, I'm gonna help and I'm gonna build, and then things don't go as the way and then depression comes in. Let's stop this nonsense. And depression is the number one. So start asking and being interested. How can I find my mission in life? What a man operates. How a man masculine energy works. What is my shadow, which is the fourth one. We're going to talk about 4 of them. Depression is the number one. So start to direct your energy towards what's my mission, what I'm passionate about, what do I care about, and more about later. Stop nurturing this idea because this idea is hypothetical, and when it's hypothetical but you start to feed it, search, look, find, then you might be so sure you're going to say, I'm surely depressed, and when you believe something you start doing it. Why? Because you can't do what you don't believe, but you surely can do what you start believing, and what you start to believe, that's what you're gonna do. Number 2, principles. There are so many great principles. But there are universal principles and there are personal principles. So whether you're an entrepreneur, a man in 20s and 30s, if you don't have your principles, you don't extract your principles from your experience. It's like sailing the boat into the ocean for 30 years, for 25 years, 20 years. And when somebody asks you, hey, tell me the most important thing about this experience, how to become a great sailor or captain, you say, I have no idea. You know, sometimes the wind blows, everything goes right, sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know, I'm just sailing. You say, it's a luck you've survived. And probably if you're struggling with this depression and doubt and oh my God, I don't know what to do, and I'm asking you, what are your principles? Most of us might answer that, oh, that's good in life, never give up, do this, never doubt yourself. Well, sometimes you have to doubt yourself. Sometimes it's good to go through depression. Sometimes it's good to ask rather than speak. Sometimes it's great to speak rather than ask. So you know what, there are the personal principles and there are universal principles, and not all of your personal principles are universal principles. This is another childish way of thinking. My personal principles should be the whole world principles, and the whole world principles in the other extreme, I should adopt all the principles because they sound great. Well, not everything which is great might be useful and helpful to you. Number 2, principles split personal principles and universal principles. You hear something, a great universal principle about how to build business, how to create value, and how to become a man. Good, test it. See if it fits yourself. Maybe I'm an introvert, maybe I'm an extrovert. Look at me now speaking. In other videos you saw me in a way, now you see me in a different way. So you can change. You have some things which are gifts, but you start to think of them as burdens and oh my God, I don't know what to do. And you start to steal good things, but they are universal principles and not personal principles. That's number 2. Number 3, values. You see, that's great to have values. It's essential. What you stand for, what's unacceptable for you, what's uncompromisable. But there are soft values and there are strong values. What does it mean? Your values in time change. And if you stick to some values because you're afraid of change, when the time to change comes, you'll be so afraid to change because you thought that what's important is important. And everything you thought is important will be always as important as you thought when you came to that realization. So my friend, there are values which do never change, and there are values which you do have to change. That was valuable then, it might not be valuable now. That's the number 3, strong and soft. So your biases In my example, for example, one of my biases is respect. And I remember when I was speaking to my mentor and I was explaining a situation, and I felt disrespected. And he asks me, what does respect means to you? After 45 seconds of me explaining what respect means to me, I just realized one thing. I built a story built on my preferences, on what I think the world should operate. And when things don't go as I planned, or people do have different preferences, oh, I feel disrespected. Well, I just had a very soft skin and I had no idea what to be a man means. So strong and soft values. Have soft and have strong values, and know why are they strong or soft values for you. Number 4, you have to know your demons. There are two extremes. There are those who say, like, I'm so good, I'm trying this, I'm trying that, we have to improve. You've got inner demons, period. Why? Because you're carrying these self, bounded in sin. It is always going to drag you back, period. Lust, anger, two of the biggest inner demons which will always attack you as a man. And if you try to get rid of them, well, you won't. Because you are in this flesh and this nature. You can submit, you can do this fight, to have this spiritual battle through the spiritual powers, asking God to empower you, but not just trying to get rid of them. And what does that leads to is that, oh my God, I've got this personality, I've got this demon, I'm so insecure, I'm like this, I'm sound like that. So what? Everybody does. Everybody have them. So you might get used to it and start learning how to get over them, how to fight them properly. And there always should be a fight going on. This idea that you have to accept and be at peace, accept some things, others can't be accepted. My friend, the depression, the principles, the values, and the inner demons are 4 principles, fundamentals you as a man have to be aware of. Rather than fighting and spending time and waiting and doubting and oh my gosh and oh my this, do what you're supposed to do. Find your mission in life. Scan this QR code and this on the screen. Click the link in the description below. 5 meetings. It's a mission challenge. And start directing all this energy, your personality, your gifts, all of it, so that you can find your mission in life and not only live a more fulfilled life, but to bring results and solve problems and bring greatness into the world, rather than spending your life and years thinking that you're inadequate or you're depressed or something else. Come on, brother, man up and stop questioning all these things which just leads to nonsense philosophy, and they're holding you back from achieving the purpose God has prepared for you, and you doing what you're supposed to do according to the gifts, to the personality, and all the strengths God has given to you. Stay strong, keep winning. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.